What's up, beautiful people? Jen here. Hope everyone had a great week. The weather should be getting cooler. I've noticed that the leaves are turning a really pretty color outside, but it's still pretty damn hot down here in Mobile, Alabama. Anyway, there's a couple of different things I wanted to do today, but I didn't want to just talk makeup today. Just for fun, I kind of wanted to do like a little story time, just to mix it up. Before we get started with that, I did want to do another one of my Jen's favorite things, just to keep that going. Another one of my favorite things, if you guys remember the Shop Miss A haul video, I did the very first one where we tested the lipsticks out. I told you guys about these nail buds, and they are so cool. If you remember, they literally slide onto your fingers like so, and you stick your nail polish bottle down in there so that you can literally just dip into the polish and go. And if you'll remember, I even showed you how tightly and snugly it holds different size bottles. So, just a heads up, that is now in the giveaway. That is definitely now one of my favorite things, and it is in the giveaway. And I'm also adding to the giveaway just because I'm so excited about everyone entering. I accidentally ordered an extra one of these, and I thought, shoot, it's my favorite color by this company and out of this product, so why not share it? So my irresponsibility is your gain. It is the, I just pulled it out of the box, but it is the Tarteist Lip Paint in Bestie. You can see it's like a nice neutral brown color. I've burned through so many tubes of this. I love it. It up there with Jeffree Star Daddy as my all-time favorite nude lip. So yeah, this will also now be in the giveaway box along with the Orly nail set, the brush kit, stand, the nail file that I love and I'm envious of, and the e.l.f. lip exfoliator, the e.l.f. lipstick, and wink wink, I've got another 100 or so followers on Instagram before I hit that 2K mark, so I will likely be adding a few more goodies in there as we move along. So definitely, if you haven't yet, check out my Instagram page. It's in the description box if you're not already following me, and enter that giveaway. Now, what I wanted to do today is a little story time, because I wanted to tell you guys the story of the snake in my house. Yeah. So here's what happened. Y'all know I'm in cosmetology school. Well, I get home from school one afternoon, and I distinctly remember it's a Wednesday because we get out early on Wednesdays. And my dog Ray Ray is doing the pee-pee dance. Speak of the devil, he just walked in as I said that. Hey, buddy. But he's doing the pee-pee dance. And I always say, okay, buddy, well, let me tinkle, then you can tinkle. So, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not going to go to the one in my room. I'm just going to use our hall bathroom, right? So, I go to use the hall bathroom. Now, the door to the hall bathroom in our house is directly across the hall from the door to my brother's bedroom, okay? So I'm walking down the hall, and I see something on the floor in the hallway. Like, my brother's door is kind of cracked. We always leave our bedroom doors open so the animals can sleep on our beds because they like to do that. But the door is open just enough, and on the floor, like wrapped around the door frame and coming out like this far, is this thing laying on the floor. And you know when you see a snake. But I immediately go into moron mode, and I just keep saying over and over and over, what the fuck is that? 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 There goes my monetization. Like I get that. But no, I'm saying that, and I'm like, Jesus, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I'm telling the animals, stay in the living room, stay in the living room. And for some reason, I felt like I needed to be 100% sure this was a snake. So I reach into my school bag and I grab one of my spray water bottles, and from like 5 feet away, I'm like, see how it reacts, like if the water hits it. And sure enough, the water hits it and you see it slither and go into my brother's room. Okay, so my dad, who lives right down the road, I call him. I'm like, Dad, there's a snake in the house. And we live out in the boonies, you know. They're not as much boonies as they were when I was growing up out here, but yeah, it's country. And my dad is terrified of snakes like I am. But bless his heart, even after having back surgery, neck surgery, hip surgery, like 2 minutes later, I hear at the door. I answer it, and no gun, no shovel, but he does have my brother's baseball bat from when he was an all-star baseball player. So we've now got 2 of us, one of whom has had multiple surgeries and cannot really move very well, and my terrified behind, and it's in Matt's room, my brother. While panicking, I actually texted my brother. And, you know, throughout the day, I usually text him things like memes that make me laugh or, you know, whatever. This text said, when are you coming home? No punctuation, no nothing, just when are you coming home? He knew immediately something was wrong and replied, why? And I just said, get ready, there's a snake in your room. So fortunately, he was able to get someone to kind of cover the last part of his shift, and he came straight home. Well, in that time, I called the animal control, and the woman on the phone says, oh, I'm sorry, our animal catchers have gone home for the day, but we open at 8 tomorrow morning. And I said, ma'am, can I get your name? Nancy. Just so you know, this is what I said to her. I said, Nancy, just so you know, I'm not aware yet if this is a venomous or non-venomous snake. I also need you to understand that I have a 10-year-old Boston Terrier and a 6-year-old house cat. Now you understand that if I get bitten, my brother gets bitten, my father gets bitten, or God help you, my dog or cat get bitten, that I will be prosecuting to the fullest extent of my abilities. Silence. I think I can get someone on dispatch. Yeah, Nancy, I bet you fucking can. Of course, no phone call back. No one ever showed. Thanks so much. Anyway, brother gets home. And at this point, I had already shut my brother's door and literally shoved like quilts under the door and wasn't letting the animals anywhere near the door, and was literally sitting in my recliner like at the end of the hall, just kind of rocking and watching his door until he got home. So he gets home, my dad comes back over, and we shake out his bed, the box springs, we pull out dressers, the chest of drawers. Finally, we realize he's somewhere in my brother's extremely cramped and overpacked closet. So, here we go. Box by box, my brother has to literally go through the closet, pick up the box, look through it, shake it out, pass it to my dad, who then double checks it, who then passes it to me, and I just set it out in the hallway. After about 4 or 5 boxes, my brother looks at me and says, Jenna, are you sure you saw a snake? I mean, really, Jenna? Really? I'm 50% pissed and 50% understanding. I get it. It's ridiculous. And I just said, Matt, I wouldn't lie to you about this. I would not lie to you about this. I am terrified of snakes. I haven't stopped shaking for 2 hours now. Yeah, there's a snake in this house. And it's in this room. So, I can tell he really doesn't believe me, but he's continuing on, like on the off chance that maybe I'm not BSing him. So he continues, box after box. After like another 4 or 5 boxes, I hear, there he is. And for a minute there, I want to be like, told you so? Do you see it now? But none of us really had time for that, because as soon as he lifted up the box that snake was under, all you could hear was the and me and my dad and my brother just stare at each other like, my God, that's a rattle. That's a rattle. So, my brother, who grew up out here and is not scared of snakes, would literally stomp on them and swing at them with a stick when he was little, suddenly has not fear, but reservation. At his disposal right now, we have his all-star baseball bat and not much else. My dad, quick thinking, says, do you want me to go get my 25? My brother says, no, we don't want to shoot a hole in the wall or the floor here, because with our luck, we would probably, like, you know, break a water pipe or something. So my brother just says, okay, hand me the bat. And God bless him, he swung and you heard a smack. And you see my brother jump back, and my dad says, keep hitting him, keep hitting him, keep hitting him. And you just see my brother with the end of that bat over and over and over. And you didn't hear the rattle anymore. My brother and I, or my dad and I, immediately jumped back like, what do you want to do now? So I'm like running way ahead of my brother to swing the front door open. And my brother comes walking out holding the end of the snake. Fortunately, once we actually had it out and looked at it, it was not a rattler, and it was a non-venomous snake. And had we been in a position to see that, we wouldn't have killed it. We're not that kind of folks. We're really not. But it ended up being a little over 5 feet long. And so you can imagine seeing a 5-foot-long snake coiled up and staring dead at you. It was knocking its tail against the wall. That's what we thought was the rattle. But when you heard it, it was enough for all of us to freeze in our path and think, oh Jesus, this is a massive venomous snake. And we weren't about to let, Matt just dive in on it. But Matt apparently looked at the shape of his head and distinguished, okay, it's okay, and just went for it. Either way, once the snake had been handled, the question comes up, how the hell did this snake get in our house? We live in a brick house, and it's somewhat elevated, because we live on a cul-de-sac, and it's kind of down in a valley, so flooding does happen from time to time, so we're up a little bit. And we're looking like there aren't any holes in windows or anything like that. Well, I moved back my brother's curtain, and I realized we both like to have it really, really cold in our rooms when we go to bed at night. So we both have small window unit air conditioners in our bedrooms, in addition to the central. I don't know why I can think of that word. Anyway, the material that you put in between the window unit and the window and the wall had closed in just a little bit, about that much. And it allowed one of those snakes to climb up and come straight in. Needless to say, even the ones that weren't loose got significantly tighter and fastened and glued and nailed, and some painted shut. But, yeah, good times. Anyway, thank you for listening to that story. It's just always been one that I've wanted to tell, and people don't believe me when I tell the story. But follow me on YouTube. Hello, we're on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already, and I'll post it up on Instagram, and I'll tweet out the pictures of my brother, the snake killer, and the snake himself. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to me rattle on about that damn snake. I love you. If you actually really did listen to this, you're awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. What do you want me to talk about next? Is there a makeup product you want me to review? Is there something you want me to try? Talk to me. I want to engage with you guys as much as possible. Tell me what you want to hear and do, and I do. I want to do what you want me to do. Let me know. And yeah, until next time, stay beautiful. I love you, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye.